Welcome back to the channel, everyone. On today's episode, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to kind of go away from the technical stuff and just do something fun. So today we'll be taking the exhaust off the 93 S4 and uncorking it a little bit. So there's this pretty long and heavy muffler on there right now, and the exhaust is pretty much a standard rear exit. So what we're going to do is chop off that muffler, add a resonator, and dump it off to the side. So it should sound pretty gnarly. I'm going to link the car check of this S4 above so that you could hear what it sounded like before, and I'm also going to do a quick idle and rev clip right now, and then after that we're going to get started by removing the exhaust and then fabbing something up. And here's our finished product. We have our connection to the rest of the catback, and then our resonator, hanger, bend, and then our outlet with another hanger. So let's get this thing installed and see what it sounds like. Alright, everything's installed, doing this okay. Let's see what it sounds like. well, that's gonna do it for today's video. I had a ton of fun removing the exhaust. I think it sounds awesome. I hope you guys do too. It might not be the final version, but I definitely won't be throwing back a muffler back on this thing after hearing what it sounds like. I think I'd like to take a moment just to kind of go through some of the thought process behind the future for this car. So as it turns out right now, I don't really use it that much, to be honest. And I've always kind of tiptoed around, modding it too much just because it's kind of a classic. I've been afraid to do too much. But at this point, I just feel like, what the heck, why not be aggressive with it? So I think in the future, what I'd like to do is basically establish a baseline. So let's see what kind of dyno numbers it's putting out. And then I want to go crazy with the exterior. So I'm kind of drawing inspiration from DTM/IMSA Audi cars of the 90s. So I love those touring car looks. And I think that we could draw some inspiration for that. So I'm gonna just throw up some mock-ups on the screen of the car lowered even further with some additional livery elements added. So some of those stripes. I know the color scheme is a little off just because it's red instead of white, but I think I could flip the colors and make it work. So I'm thinking we'll lower it further, add that livery, put on some really wide BBS racing wheels, or maybe even some classic 5-spokes, fender flares, a more aggressive front bumper and splitter, as well as a spoiler for the rear and a diffuser at some point. And then to further the build, I would like to revise the suspension as well as throw in a standalone ECU. And I know this car is never gonna be light, but why not take out the stuff that doesn't work anyway? So I'm thinking the sunroof, AC, I never really have anyone in the rear seats. Why not pull those? But I really want to make it more of like a track focused build, even though I probably won't take it to the track that much. I think it would just be really cool just to make it kind of a throwback to those 90s touring cars. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. So throw a like if you did, and please consider subscribing if you haven't already. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.